Hello and welcome to the eSafety course. On this course, you will learn how to identify different types of online threats, create a strong password, update your computer settings, and secure a website. There are three main types of security dangers you need to know about: personal, computer, and online. Your date of birth, credit card details, passwords, and photos are all personal information that you need to keep private. Keylogging is a type of monitoring software designed to record keystrokes made by you. Viruses and malware are software designed to disrupt, damage, or gain access to your computer. Phishing or scam emails are a type of online fraud where someone tries to trick the victim into revealing sensitive details. Grooming. Criminals use this to get to know and seduce their victims for abuse. Trolling. A troll is a person who posts inflammatory comments on social networking sites. Cyberbullying is repeated harm inflicted on someone using text, email, or social networking sites. These are all online dangers. To help keep your computer safe, it's a good idea to check your Windows settings. To open settings, you need to click on the Start button and then the Settings icon. Click on Update and Security. Here you can check if your computer has the latest security updates. Remember to set your computer to update automatically. In the Windows Security menu, check that you have the security features turned on and they are working. You should see a green tick symbol next to each of them. You might see a warning triangle. You may need to update this feature. Check your privacy settings. Many programs or apps on your device will access your hardware. You can give permission to each of these programs or switch off access. You can do this by using the on-off slider button. Don't forget to check the camera, the microphone, and your location permissions.
Okay, so I'm going to let you into a secret. I'm going to show you what my password is. It's this: F plus W S D F A D O E ampersand H. Question is, how did I come up with it? So the problem is that people aren't choosing secure passwords. They're choosing dictionary words, they're choosing the names of their football team, they're choosing the names maybe of their pet or a sci-fi character, or even the name of the monitor brand sitting in front of them. So what you need to do is you need to choose passwords which are hard for people to guess. So never use a dictionary password, and use passwords which are a jumble of letters and numbers and funny characters instead. Of course, a complicated password can make it much harder to remember. So how are you going to choose one of these non-dictionary passwords? Well, let's take a look. Fred and Wilma sat down for a dinner of eggs and ham is my phrase. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the first letter of each of these words. So we have F, A, W, S, D, F, A, D, O, E, A, H. And now, if we put all these characters together, we've got a new password, one which isn't in the dictionary. But we can make it even cleverer than that. So Fred and Wilma sat down for, well, why don't we change that to the number 4? A dinner of eggs and ham. Oh, hang on, that's and. Why don't we change that to an ampersand? And we could also change this one up here, which is an and. Maybe we make that a plus. And what we have now for a password is F plus W, SD, 4A, DOE, ampersand H. Get rid of the full stop. There you are. A password which is easy to remember, but very hard for hackers to crack. And there's other changes you could and you should make as well. So you should take these capital letters and maybe put some of them in lowercase. Or you could take the E and turn it into a 3, which is kind of leet cool speak. And that will make it even harder. So that's one problem we've dealt with passwords, but there's another issue. Even if you've got a great password like this, which isn't a dictionary word and is hard to guess, if you use the same password on multiple websites, then hackers will be able to break into your other accounts. If they steal it from one site, they'll be able to get into your Twitter, your Facebook, your email, your eBay, your PayPal account. So you need different passwords, different phrases for every single site. Now, people are only human, of course. They're not going to remember, 20 or 30 different passwords for every website which they may access. And so you have an issue of how you're going to remember all these different phrases. Now, there is software available out there. There's open source software like KeyPass. There's also commercial solutions like 1Password and RoboForm, which will help you manage your passwords on your computer, storing them encrypted and securely, which means you only need to remember one password to access all of your passwords. Now, some people, of course, are going to say, well, hang on, aren't you putting a lot of trust into those programs? And you are. It's essential that they remain secure. But I would say with so many hackers now breaking into websites and stealing passwords, you're going to be much more secure if you're using a password management security solution rather than using the same password for every site or using dictionary words.
When searching on the internet and using a search engine, you can change the settings to allow safe search. Turning on safe search hides explicit content. Click on settings and then search settings. Make sure that the tick box is checked. Also, check your browser settings. To do this, go to your browser's Tools icon and click on Settings. Here you can run a safety check to check for any data breaches and any harmful extensions that might be installed on your computer. There are many privacy and security options. Click on Security and make sure that you have Enhanced Protection selected. This will give you better protection against dangerous websites, downloads and extensions, and warn you about password breaches. Site settings is where you can set websites to ask permission before accessing your camera, microphone and location.
Social media platforms have privacy or security settings that you can modify to make stricter in order to protect yourself online. These settings allow you to control who sees the content you post. It's important to update your social media security settings because if your account is set to public, it's easy for someone to track your movements, access your photos, or find you in a web search. I've shown you Facebook, but check for privacy or security settings on all your social media accounts. How detailed these settings are depends on the site. There are other things you can do to make it more difficult for people to monitor your social media activities, such as create strong passwords, comprised of upper and lowercase letters, numbers and symbols, and change passwords regularly. Don't accept friend or follow requests from people you don't know. Be careful about what you post. Pictures and status updates can be shared by others, and you may not be able to control who sees them. To learn more, search for the social media site and your device. If there is a pattern of abuse, or if you're worried about your safety, you can report this to the police. Abusive behaviour can also be reported to site administrators.
What day is it?
It's my birthday!
It's good to share. But check you have the right privacy settings. Or someone can make a lot of money from being you.
This is an example of a phishing or scam email. This is a type of online fraud where someone tries to trick you into revealing sensitive information like your password or bank details. It can be hard to tell a fake email from a genuine one, but there are signs to help you. The second part of an email address after the @ symbol should be the company's name. In this example, the email address should be at capital1.com, not at online.com. This is suspicious and a sign of a phishing email. Remember to be careful with clicking links in an email. They might take you to a fake website that looks very similar to the genuine one. Place your mouse over the link but don't click. The real website address to the link will be shown in a pop-up window or at the bottom of the email. Make sure the link address shows the correct website.